adding to my Lego Star Wars army. If you guys remember this video that I'll put up in the cards right now, I built a mock for Star Wars that was based on the polybag versions of the Star Wars AT-AT walkers, and I wanted to reinterpret it to look like a robot from classic space. I decided to continue building my Star Wars army, not a duplicate of the one on the left, but I decided to have a crack at reinterpreting a Star Wars ATST walker to be looking like a Lego classic space robot. I have just done this. You can see the comparison between the AT-AT on the left and the ATST on the right. My AT-AT I have reimagined as an MGAR-B, which is an acronym for Multi-Grab Arm Hoverbot, and let's reveal the acronym for my ATST reinterpretation right now.
I know that there is QAnon, Illuminati, 4D chess theories. I reject all of them.
The acronym of my reimagined version of a Lego Star Wars polybag scale ATST walker is WSSB, which is an acronym for Walk, Scan, Store Bot. As you can see, it can walk, theoretically, in the same pattern as an ATST walker, because it's got those zigzag legs. But you can also see that it's got the attachments at the top here for these 1x1 cone bricks. They are attached to the bar extension of a modified 1x1 round stud, which is hanging from one of these 1x4 by 2/3 double curved tiles, which is attached to the backside top of a 2x2x2 storage container piece, which is sitting on top of the legs. This bot could walk, and while it's walking, it's using those cone bricks to scan for some metals or minerals on any given planet. And then when it senses something, then whoever astronauts are accommodating this bot would then use the scanned reading of that bot to then dig out the metals or the minerals, and then whatever metals or minerals they find, they will then store in that little container sitting on top of the walking legs, and then it would get escorted back to the science lab at the astronauts HQ on whatever planet they're on. So you can see why I would want to call it a WSSB, Walk, Scan, Store Bot, because if you're noticing a trend, I like to give acronyms of these robots to their function. It's kind of like in the movie WALL-E, how they normally dedicate the last two letters of the names of all of their bots. Like WALL-E, for example, a waste allocator load lifter Earth class, to whichever region of the galaxy it's located in. Well, I like to do the same with always having a B at the end to designate it as a bot, and then the first however many letters before the last letter, which will always be a B, is an acronym for whatever job it's performing or whatever tool attachment it has. So I have had thoughts about building a reimagined Lego Star Wars polybag version of the MTT and reimagining that to serve a purpose in Lego Classic Space. So if you have any ideas of what you might think I could do with a Lego Star Wars MTT, let me know in the comments down below. But I am fairly satisfied with this right now, and I could see myself also trying to build an army of 100 of these. So I, at the time of uploading this video, have already posted pictures about this on my Instagram. So if you want to see more angles of this, you can go and follow me on Instagram. The links are in the description below to see a little bit more about this, and I'll go into some explanation slightly more of the lore that I have presented in this video today. But I must say I'm really enjoying this series of mocks because Lego Star Wars polybags don't take a lot of pieces to build, and if you do enough research and development, then it doesn't take all that long to build because you know that they have to serve an essential purpose. All of these robots for what will be my interplanetary space base mock have to serve a purpose for the mining operations, and so these robots will help for that. And I really like the Star Wars aesthetic of these classic space robot mocks. You might remember that I built a duplicate of the MTT, and that has some pieces that are not in the right color because you can see that I have dark gray and white versions of some of the curved slopes I need for its design. I eventually would like to replace the trans clear container door with a light bluish grey one, and you might be able to notice that these are actually flat silver 1x1 cone bricks. I only have one of those in the light bluish grey, so I would like to get more of them in regular light bluish grey to replace the flat silver ones, because then it'll look more in uniform. I really want all of these bots to only consist of light grey or light bluish grey pieces, because that'll make it look more consistent, that'll make it look more accurate to actual builds of robots in Lego classic space sets, and it'll make it look more accurate to the Lego Star Wars walkers and other grey Star Wars polybags which I'm basing these designs on. And if anyone doesn't know, the reason why I started doing these in the first place is because I am friends with a lot of Star Wars fans. I am not a Star Wars fan, but I really like some of the greebling that they build in some of their mocks. And so I thought doing these small scale crossover mocks would be a great way to utilize some pieces that I might not otherwise use, particularly with the Technic pieces you see in the MGRBs, to get some nice little greebling details into these. And from what I've built so far, I'm really satisfied. So hopefully one day I'll be able to get more pieces to build even more of these MGRBs and even more of these WSSBs, but for the moment this is what I've got now, and this video will be going into my Lego Star Wars playlist, of which you will see in the end slate of this video during the credits. So thank you for watching this video, it is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and ring that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.